day, Summers. This is Raabemaster bringing you another League of Legends Shoutcast today. It's going to be featuring two teams. On the blue team will be Crushed Beneath the Tide, and on the red team will be Malditos. And it's going to be a team-ranked game today. I don't know who either of these teams are, but I found them, and the game looked like it was good. So I'm going to bring it to you guys because who doesn't love watching Jungle Vi? I mean, come on, people, it's just so much fun. Also, Twitch, very fun to watch as well. So much damage on him. Let's go over the champion picks for these two teams. On the blue team, we're going to have a top lane, Yorick. In the jungle is going to be a Xin Zhao. Mid lane will be Katarina. And bot lane is going to be Blitzcrank supporting AD carry Ezreal. For the red team, we have a Morgana in the mid lane. Garen is going to be going to the top lane. Vi will be in the jungle. It's going to be Twitch, Leona, bot lane. Very, very dangerous bot lane here. Twitch very good at getting behind the enemy carries thanks to his stealth and being able to dish out a lot of damage with his passive and expunge. Of course, Leona very good at keeping people locked down so Twitch can do as much damage as possible. That's going to be a very scary bot lane. Of course, Blitzcrank Ezreal equally scary. Ezreal able to output a lot of damage very quickly, especially for an AD carry. He has a lot of burst, and Blitzcrank helps deposition the other bot lane so that he can get his burst whenever he feels like it, or at least whenever Blitzcrank land a hook. Of course, Blitzcrank did just get nerfed this last patch, so now at level 1 he only has enough mana for about 2 hooks. Looks like he has a little bit more mana, perhaps a little bit on the mastery tree, perhaps some runes to go with that. And there we see the increased mana cost of Rocket Grab. It's going to be 120 mana. Only has a 300 mana pool. He does have a bit of extra mana regen here with a mana potion and a fairy charm and about 3 wards. And it looks like both teams are just guarding their blue buffs. Garen's like, I'm going to get the lane super fast, so I'm just going to sit in this tri-bush. And the bot lane here, Wolves not being taken by either side. Extremely strange here for both of them. That's something, I guess. I should let you know this game is on the BR server. I'm bringing this to you because it's a long game, and I love sometimes just sitting down and casting a long game. It can tire me out, but it can also feel so good by the time the game's done. And also might get a bit of insight onto the BR server and how they play. Maybe they don't take Wolves first. I guess that's okay if they don't. But neither of them do it. It slows down the jungle equally, so it doesn't really matter. However, we are going to have a bit of farming done here in the bot lane. Morgana versus Katarina. Either side really has the advantage. Of course, Katarina likes to get a lot of poke and harass on her lane opponents. Of course, when you're against a Morgana, that's unlikely to happen since Morgana just likes to sit back and farm. Especially when she gets a few levels into her Tormented Soil, she can clear those creep waves quite easily with just a well-placed Tormented Soil, picking herself up some farm, and of course, that extra spell vamp from her passive. And if Katarina decides to jump on her, she can just pop her spell shield and be like, I'm just going to walk away from this one because you're not doing that much damage, Katarina. And both of them, of course, very good AoE teamfight heroes. Morgana, very scary with her ultimate. If she walks right in the middle of your team, she can force your whole entire team to spread out in fear of being entangled with her ult. And my mouse got turned around right now. There we go. All better now. Oh, look at those names. Kinky Balls is the Blitzcrank. Well said, sir, well said. And Xin Zhao almost dying in his jungle. That would have been unfortunate for him. Vi right now, only level 3. Did she go back already? Picks up a Spirit Stone. Oh, I picked a good game, guys. I already know I picked a good game. Please don't do this on Vi. Spirit Stone is much, much weaker than Wriggle's Lantern right now. Even with, they did give it some buffs. They reduced the cost of the Spirit Stone upgrades and the Spirit Stone itself. But if you can get Wriggles on a jungler, Vi a much better Wriggles jungler than she's Spirit Stone jungler. Just get the Wriggles, please. Do not pick up a Spirit Stone. Yeah, that kind of hurts me a little bit. Hurts my soul. Of course, we're going to have Xin Zhao probably picking up level 4 here. He does have 1 point in each of his abilities. I would hold off getting your E until, well, it's decent for clearing, I suppose. So you can get it level 3. Some people like to hold off getting that till level 4. It is AoE, so it does help. Oh, nice pull on Leona. But here comes Vi. She's going to go in with her Vault Breaker. Nice slow from Twitch. William gets some more damage on. Leona actually gets up there, but she didn't actually want to hit that Zenith Blade. She's going to go down to the Blitzcrank. That's one of those times when you're like playing a Moo, playing Leona, and you're like, oh, I hope this gap closer doesn't hit because I've made a terrible mistake. And then you die because of it. So a nice grab, but it turned out to be the biggest mistake of the game so far. Giving up first blood. And that is going to be that. We have two of the most annoying top laners in the game right here. Yorick versus Garen, both very strong early game champions. Yorick because of his sustain. Garen because also his sustain, along with ability to just spin and win. Very, very annoying. So right now we are just going to have Morgana continuously pushing the mid lane, because what else does Morgana do? Push the mid lane. And oh, I still can't believe this Vi got a Spirit Stone. Don't do this, guys. Like, if your jungler can pick up a Wriggles, if you're not going a tanky jungler, even if you are going some tanky junglers like Jarvan and stuff, they still go Wriggles if they have to. I'm not saying you have to get Wriggles every time. Sometimes you can just buy your machete and then sell it later if you're doing good enough. But especially on Vi, don't get Spirit Stone. It's definitely not worth it at all. Spirit Stone, if you have to jungle with the Spirit Stone, you're noticeably weaker than people who have to jungle with the Wriggles Lantern. Although I haven't played with this new Spirit Stone since its cost was reduced, but I don't know if that made that big of a difference. We will have to see in the near future. And there's just going to be some Pokemon down here. Blitzcrank can try to run up for a grab. Not going to succeed, however, as Twitch is definitely out of the way for that. Hiding behind your creeps is the best way to keep away from Blitzcrank. Also, warding your bush next to your tower, very good to make sure that you know where the Blitzcrank is at all times. And this Twitch... Oh, there's a nice grab on the Leona. That's right, grab the tankiest champion on red team. As we stun your Twitch and just do a ton of damage. The Ignite is dropped, so is the poison from Twitch. Will they get the kill? There goes the Expunge. One last auto attack from Twitch. Is going to pick it up nicely in the plate from Leona. Can she get the stun? That's the question. The answer to that is no. She's going to get knocked up, however. Don't get too close to that Blitzcrank. He might grab you. And he's going to whiff his grab. Morgana wants this. She wants it so bad. Tormented Soil is dropped. One more auto attack. Morgana, just turn around and auto attack. No, you died to the tower. At least it wasn't execute. Vi burning her flash and then realizing she doesn't have her ultimate. Oh, I picked a good game, didn't I, guys? Didn't I pick a great game? And here comes Zinzao and Katarina to just blow this Vi up. She is going to die to the Katarina ultimate. 2 for 1 in favor of blue team right now in the game. That exchange was, in fact, a 0 for 2. No. Wait, wasn't there a kill before that? I'm a little confused. Oh, Morgana was an execute. Okay. So 1 kill going to red team, 1 kill going to blue team, when it should have been 2 kills going to blue team, 2 kills going to red team, and then 1 kill going to blue team. Unfortunately, Morgana not auto-attacking when Blitzcrank was 1 auto-attack away from death. She's like, I'm going to spell shield out of these tower shots. Spell shield only protects against magic damage, so she's kind of out of luck in that situation. Taking a refreshing drink of water. Help clear up the old throat, and we're going to have Katarina jumping on this blue buff. I don't actually expect that Zinzao is going to give blue buff to Katarina. So he's like, well, I'm Zinzao. I'm just going to go up and spear this blue buff, right? Auto attack. Victory. Whether that Katarina actually thought she was getting blue buff or not, I don't know. But Vi, of course, Vi actually really likes blue buff. Especially if I'm with Morgana, I might be like, Morgana, I'm taking my blue buffs because, you know, you're Morgana, and I really want to have this extra mana regen and cooldown on my AoE and Vault Breaker. And here comes a pull on Leona. She's very low. I don't suspect she'll be surviving this one. What will Twitch be able to do? He does pop his ultimate, gain a lot of damage out on this Ezreal. One more auto attack, one more auto attack. He still has this Expunge. He goes into stealth. One more auto attack. Will the Expunge be enough to finish him off? It's not quite, but the poison on his passive is going to pick up the kill on the Ezreal. So nice job there from Twitch pulling that one up. Leona's very good against Blitzcrank because if you get pulled, just activate your shield and you get a bunch of free defensive stats for the next 6 seconds, or at least you get it for 6 seconds if your AoE hits anyone, which when a Blitzcrank pulls you, you're usually going to hit someone with that AoE. And it looks like we're going to have a gank onto the Morgana. She actually doesn't get slowed despite her spell shield. I don't know if that one was just too late or what. And Katarina flashing in to ignite Morgana over 1/4 HP. Definitely going to pick up the kill, right? No? Not really? No? Oh, guys, don't waste your summoner spells like that. There was obviously no way she was going to be able to pick up that kill. But she burned 2 summoner spells to do some harass. Totally worth it. Morgana going for the typical Rod of Ages build. Rod of the Ages build, very good on Morgana. Gives her some tankiness. Morgana, more than most APs, wants to get a lot of tankiness because all of her abilities, well, at least her ultimate, means she has to be up close and personal to all the high damage targets that blue team has. And in this game, they have a Zinzao, they have a Katarina, they have an Ezreal. That's a lot of damage they can pour onto you very quickly. So Morgana's going to want to tank up a lot. Preferably build some armor to go with her spell shield. So Zhonya's Hourglass next would make a lot of sense. Of course, Vi holding the Morgana's lane for her like a courteous and kind jungler. And right now, we might be seeing some mad BR grabs Where are they? BR, BR, BR. Oh, way. No grab achieved. No, I don't mean to insult any BR players. It's just a hard habit to break. And who doesn't love saying BR multiple times? And way. Oh, look at those beautiful jingle bell, sleigh bell knives. They're so pretty, aren't they? And it's like Garen hasn't forced out of lane. Right now, Yorick has like literally 0 mana unless this is a bug. No, he literally has like 0 mana. Might be seeing he picked up an amplifying tome. I'm hoping he's building this into a Sheen and not going AP Yorick because, you know, his 1 AP ratio. I've actually got to see what he decides to do with this and find him. Okay, he's going Sheen first. Early Trinity Force on Yorick, very strong. He's a lot of early game damage, also some nice mana. Manamune, still a decent option for Yorick, especially because he has some good single target spells. I think his only AoE spell is his Slow Ghoul. I haven't played Yorick in like forever, but yeah, the AoE one is the Slow Ghoul. The other two are single target, I think. So Manamune would help increase his damage. But of course, the best thing about a late game Yorick is that he can turn that Ezreal into he can bring that Ezreal back to life. Ezreal dies, it's okay as long as Yorick got the ult off on him in time. Ezreal can just keep on fighting for the next I don't know how long, like 6-10 seconds or so. It is 10 seconds, yes. The next 10 seconds. So it's going to be very useful for that Ezreal, especially if he manages to die by amazing Twitch damage. Right now, the Blitzcrank not having the mad grabs I'd been hoping for. He has managed to increase his mana pool, has naturally increased to about 500 right now. And so he does have a lot of mana for those rocket grabs. They are still quite taxing on his mana pool. And let's see if he is able to get an amazing grab down here in the bot lane. I don't think so, though, so we're going to transition somewhere else where it might be more exciting. Here's Garen trying to auto-attack a Ghoul. I can't wait for Steel Legion Garen to come out. I don't know about you guys, but I'm totally... Okay, I'm not gonna buy it because I don't play top lane, like, ever. Usually, I have friends that love playing top lane, so I usually just play whatever else. But it looks like we have some initiation going down your bot lane. Nice gank from Morgana from the lane, and they are definitely going to get this Blitzcrank, if nothing else. There it goes. Oh, but Morgana dropping extremely low. The Ignite might pick her off, but instead, Twitch really wants this Ezreal. Will he be able to pick up the Ignite? Plus, the poison is going to be enough. Double kill for Twitch to 1 kill for Ezreal. I'm going to say that was definitely worth it in terms of gank. And looks like we have a teleport here from the Yorick. Will he be able to make anything happen? He's going to try to go on this Leona, but she's going to be really tanky, isn't she? Come on, Leona. Become tanky. I know you can do it. There's the stun underneath the tower. Will it be enough to stop him? The poison cast is going to whiff hard, but there's the kill on Yorick. Twitch needs to run now. Does he have his stealth right now? He does not for the moment. He doesn't even have any mana, so he is going to go down to the Yorick. Double kill Yorick. Nice job bringing that back from a 2-1 to a 3-3. However, that was a triple kill for Twitch. As we can see now, he has 5 kills, all the kills on this team. I mean, if I had to give anyone on this team all the kills, I would definitely say Twitch, because he is such a monster late game with his ultimate active. So we're going to be very excited to see what he can get with those kills. Right now, looks like he wants to get a Bloodthirster. And I blame him? No. In fact, actually, speaking of the Yorick, that was a terrible transition because we weren't talking about Yorick. But speaking of the Yorick, I think he's actually going to be going for Iceborne Gauntlet. A very smart decision on his part, because more AoE for Yorick? Yes, please. It just makes him even more annoying. And of course, that armor going to be very useful against both the Twitch, the Vi, and the Garen. That's not both, that's all of the Twitch, Vi, and Garen. So that's going to be very, very useful for the Yorick and staying alive. And the grab, whiffing, BR, 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 and no offense intended, of course. Crushed beneath the tide right now, a kill ahead, and about 1.4k gold in the lead. And right now we're gonna have to see this Bao. I'm just gonna call him Bao. Instead, the real name is Maledix. Yeah, it's kind of like Maledix, not really though. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And we're going to see right now, maybe Leona wanting to go for some action. She needs to jump on the Ezreal. You don't want to see her jumping on the Blitzcrank. Ezreal definitely the bigger threat. Blitzcrank does have good CC, but he doesn't have that much damage to pour out. So, we're going to see how that goes. And the Blitzcrank just waiting in the bushes. He wants some big money. He wants to make the monies. Here comes Twitch going invisible, dodging the hook. Ezreal's going to get jumped right on. Will he be able to get away with his flash? He's going to try. There's the ultimate from Twitch, targeting the wrong person, though. Expunge's going to pick up the kill on the Ezreal, and Leona barely going to survive, tanking tower shots. And that was a nice initiation from Leona and Twitch, using their communicating together to earn themselves a kill, bringing the gold a little bit more into their favor. 1,000 gold still in favor of Crushed Beneath the Tide. And right now we have Xin Zhao helping this Blitzcrank. He's like, let's push this lane while they're gone, right? Totally gonna do it. But Twitch, it might actually be staying bot lane, so we're gonna see how that goes. Might have a bit of a scuffle here in the mid lane. Nope, Katarina just kind of like walking over there, keeping an eye on the Morgana. Doesn't want her to go roaming. Haven't seen much Katarina roaming. We did see a little bit earlier in the game, but since she hit 6, not too much actually. I'd like to see her decide to go to one of the other lanes and make some plays happen. Looks like she might actually be doing that right now. Could she be going bot lane? They might be pinging Dragon. This could be the first Dragon of the game in about 16 minutes. Will the red team allow them to get away with this? Leona not quite there yet. Twitch is in the vicinity. And we do have Vi and Morgana hanging around. That is not quite warded for red team. This ward right here not going to reach Dragon. So they will have no vision of it if blue team decides to go for it. But it looks like they're not going to get scared of the red team, so they don't know where any of them are. Of course, it's not a good idea to do Dragon unless you know where the other team is. And, of course, we're going to have Katarina just continuing to farm the mid lane, trying to build up to her late game, which is quite strong. And we are just going to have the rest of the lanes just continue farming, guys. That's part of League of Legends. We've got to get our farm up. We've got to get the golds. We can't just constantly be team fighting. That would just be selfish. And it looks like Vi. Oh, good lord. I'm going to assume she's going for Blade of the Ruined King. That sounds like a stretch from seeing a pickaxe and a Vamp Scepter, but I'm going to actually say she might be going for Blade of the Ruined King. Wouldn't surprise me considering she got a Sight Stone. I mean Spirit Stone. If you're getting a Spirit Stone, you probably got some other ridiculous item builds in your mind. So I'm calling it right now, Blade of the Ruined King. I haven't seen this game. I don't even know what the end game items are, but I'm going to call Blade of the Ruined King. But at least Bilgewater Cutlass. I mean, that equals Bilgewater Cutlass. It could be the parts of a Bloodthirster and the parts of a Last Whisper. That is also another possibility. But I want to see this Vi get a Blade of the Ruined King. I mean, you guys are with me, right? An extremely early Oracle is being picked up on the Blitzcrank, considering the fact that he's only died once. Ezreal's died 4 times, which is a lot more. And we're going to have Twitch find a rogue Katarina, and she is definitely going to die to the expunge from Twitch. Ezreal hitting 2, but this could be the point they want to go in. And nice slow onto the Ezreal. He's going to flash. Twitch is going to be able to get quite a nice amount of damage. His ult did run out. Here comes Zhao, and red team is going to get routed here. And Bao needs to get out of here. Their whole team, they've already lost 2 for only the Katarina. And will Vi be able to make it out? I don't know. Xin Zhao's going to charge in, go all the way. And Blitzcrank just is going to be lucky grab. He's not going to get it as the Twitch and Vi decide to retreat from this tower. I think blue team can probably take this tower or swing back and try to take Dragon. As long as they put a pink ward near Dragon, they can probably find an insta-gib to Twitch. So I think they're just going to keep pushing. This Xin Zhao did end up going for Wriggle's Lantern, a smart item choice, I think. And it looks like this Vi might be building a Black Cleaver with that longsword. Maybe a Phage, maybe, you know what, no. I'm going to stick with my Blade of the Ruined King and not even try to guess her itemization past that. Nope, not going to do it. And Morgana going for Kages and hasn't finished her Ride of the Ages yet. It's almost 20 minutes. I'd like to see her try to finish that as soon as possible. But it looks like she's not going to do it right now. But instead, we are going to have a lot of blue buff taking from this Morgana, taking her own blue buff. It's going to give her some nice mana sustain. And of course, at this point in the game, Vi doesn't really need it. So it's going to be very useful for her, for Morgana to pick that one up. And looks like red team might actually be going for the Dragon here. Blue team not in a position to respond to this. I think this is going to be a free and easy Dragon for them. Xin Zhao's actually here. He wants to stop this. He's like, they're doing Dragon. I put down my ward, but nowhere near fast enough. And I don't actually think that pink ward has vision of this ward, so they can't counter ward, get that extra 25 gold. But it is just going to be the rest of red team retreating until they back all the way up into the wall. And right now, They're pretty much looking to do a standoff at mid, maybe. I think Ezreal should really go back to farming the lane. They did take the tower, though. And remember, when you take an early tower in the bot lane, your AD carry is stuck in that weird position where he wants to keep farming, but he really can't, because without a tower on the other side, the wave is going to probably push up deep into the other team's territory, and that's not a safe place for any AD carry to farm, even one as safe as Ezreal. And guys, don't forget, if you're playing Twitch, I didn't mention this in the last team fight, but he activated his ultimate against Katarina, a single target. Save your ultimate as Twitch for big team fights. Do not waste it on single target unless you're in lane, unless it's early game. Save it for team fights. Do not try to use it for more single target damage unless it's like yeah, there's just really no point when you're using it for single target damage. You have to have it up for every team fight when you're getting into mid game and later, because it's where you get most of your damage, and it's just so strong of an ultimate for an AD carry. You've got to have it up. It's not like AD Tristana's ultimate where, oh, I don't have it up for this team fight. It's okay, I just can't push people back. I can still auto-attack them with my massive range on my passive and get a gigantic attack speed steroid on my Q. Twitch needs to have his ultimate up for team fights. It's not an option. He's too squishy to go closer range than his ultimate is, especially when the other team has a Xin Zhao and a Katarina who just want to dive you and make your life miserable. Twitch cannot afford to not have his ultimate up for team fights. Looks like Twitch is actually spending his ultimate. I seem to be camera locked on someone, and no kills are going to be picked up from that usage of his ultimate. A poor ultimate usage, perhaps. What is its cooldown actually right now? It is 110 seconds. That's quite a spendy cooldown, considering some other ultimate cooldowns as well. So that's about 2 minutes that he won't have his ultimate up after he uses it. But right now we are just going to have top lane being annoying to each other. Neither side really has an advantage here. They're both just tanky. They both have, well, Garen's going to get kited by Yorick, and Yorick's just going to try to harass down Garen. But I mean, Garen's got so much passive sustain and so many passive resistances. It's insane. Looks like Garen's going to be going for Warmogs, joining the League of Warmogs, apparently well known not only in North America but also in Brazil. And besides that, it is just that. Well, actually, that's going to be kind of it. The Warmogs onto Garen. I still want to know what that pickaxe and that are going towards. Sorry, I must have switched off my mic right there. And right now, it looks like York's going to get chased in the top lane, but he popped his ghost, and he will be a-okay. Maybe a bit preemptive of a ghost pop up. We might have a bit of a fight down here near Baron. Both teams are going to collide. Here goes the initiation from Xin Zhao. Ezreal just getting jumped on straight away from the Leona, and then the Vi. This Ezreal's getting chunked down very hard, but Twitch is just sitting in the back, getting a lot of damage down. Katarina just annihilating everyone, though, with her resets, and Ezreal just got taken out of that fight so early. It was ridiculous, and then Twitch was just sitting there trying to do as much damage as possible, but the Katarina damage, the Xin Zhao damage, I mean, Ezreal did not get taken out of that fight. I mean, I'm sorry. He got jumped on by two people, the Vi and the Leona, but unfortunately he was able to use his Arcane Shift and Flash to reposition and able to chunk them down for damage. And pretty much the Vi and the Leona were the ones who were focused first in that team fight, and they both dropped extremely fast. It was a good idea for Leona to try to initiate on the AD carry, but it put their Twitch kind of in a weird position where he didn't have anyone to peel for him at that point. So when they finished with the Leona and the Vi, Twitch just had nowhere you could run. And unfortunately, this isn't the point in the game where Twitch becomes ridiculous. Twitch has a decent early game with Expunge. He has a pretty good early game. His mid game sucks. It's really bad. He doesn't have the damage he wants to be effective. His Expunge is no longer nearly as impressive as it was in lane, and his stealth's not what it used to be. So Twitch's early game is really bad. Red team does not want to be forcing mid-game team fights, because Ezreal, despite the fact that he's nowhere near as fed as Twitch is still going to be more useful in mid-game team fights, especially with a mid-game item such as Trinity Force, which is just amazing on Ezreal at this point in the game. So they don't want to be forcing team fights now at all. They want to let their Twitch farm. They want him to get at least 3 big items up, and then he can just press R and rake the other team with damage. But until that point, he's going to be weaker than Ezreal. And if I sound like I'm slurring my words, I probably am. Ugh, it was a long morning, so I had to take someone to an endoscopy, and that was fun. However, we've still got like half this game left to go, guys, so strap yourselves in. It's going to be a long fest of way. And is Dragon actually going to go down now? We've seen a couple attempts at it. No, wait, Dragon's not up. Duh. Just some counter warding going down. Look at these 2 wards from red team. Pro warding strats, am I right? Man, we could use a few lessons on these guys. Oh, the grab, splitting them both apart. And there goes the ward for red team. Actually, Ezreal, enough attack speed to bring that one down. Do you guys know at level 1 you can kill wards with Jace by using his W because it fires the auto attacks fast enough to destroy a ward before it stealths? You didn't know. Now you do. So level 1 ward killer, Jace. And red team sitting in here trying to make an ambush, but lo and behold, there's a ward from blue team in there. So blue team's like, let's not walk into that bush. And I'm like, good idea, good idea. Oh, blitz grab. That blitz grab should tell them that they know we're here. And if that Ezreal bolt doesn't tell them, I don't know why they're sitting in that bush still. There's no reason for them to still be in there. They should be like, I think they know we're here. And then they'll be like, yeah, probably. And right now, just some wave. There's a lot of wave clear potential from red team. They've got Garen to spin. They've got Morgana pool. They've got Twitch and his expunge. And Poison Cast expunge. Pretty good at clearing waves. Of course, they've got Vi's ranged auto attacks. And, oh, she built it into a Tiamat. I forgot what Tiamat built into. I don't like the Tiamat option for Vi. I really don't think it gives Vi what she needs. Let's take a look at the stats. It gives her some damage and some health regen, but what you really want on Vi is not really health regen. You just want straight up tankiness. It's the Tiamat's fun and all, but you've got your E for AoE auto attacks. There's no reason why you need a Tiamat to go with it. You're kind of just being a little redundant at that point. I really don't think it's a... Oh, she went straight for Ravenous Hydra too. Don't do this in the jungle, guys. Ravenous Hydra, they'll help you farm faster, sure, but you're Vi. You have your AoE auto attacks. You don't need it to farm faster. You can do that already. I really think it's a poor decision to pick that up early on, Vi. Don't do that in your games. Just go for like a Brutalizer, and then if you need more HP, we could build a Phage. If you need some magic resist, build a Hex Drinker. If you just are doing well, maybe get a BF sword item like a Bloodthirster. But, early Ravenous Hydra bad. Don't forget though, it gives her like cleave, and cleave is not what she needs. 20 to 60% of total attack damage. Well, guess what, Vi? How much attack damage do you even have? Let's find out. We're gonna find out how much attack damage Vi. 176. 60% of that is not very much in an AoE. Ravenous Hydra is good. It's a lot better once you actually get some other AD items under your belt, because then you're doing more AoE damage. But at this point in the game, it's just not as good. And it looks like since I was going to get caught in a Q from Morgana, he's going to get burst down extremely fast. Will they be able to pick anything else? Vi has her ultimate. She wants kills. But Ezreal's going to Arcane Shift. I don't think she'll be able to catch this. Maybe she had Boots of Ganking instead of those terrible Berserker Greaves, which I just noticed. There's a lot of flashes coming out here. Vi, is her ultimate even up? It is. It looks like she could have caught someone, but perhaps not. I might be a bit confused about the range on that. Another terrible thing. Don't get Berserker Greaves on Vi. I say get Boots of Ganking on every jungler. That's actually what I say nowadays. There's not a jungler who I don't get them on, except for maybe Jax, if I'm like getting super fed, which this last game, I'm not even going to tell you guys about it, but I got like super fed as Jax, and I'm just like, I need Merc Treads for the tenacity, so I'm just going to pick these up right now, because I don't feel like investing any more money into my machete. So I just picked up Merc Treads, but almost always Boots of Ganking are the right choice. Zerkers are rarely ever a good choice for junglers. And we are going to see that as Ravenous Hydra is letting Vi farm even faster, but she's already a fast farmer. And look at how little damage is being done by those procs. It's like nothing near the edge of the cone. I just really don't like the item, guys. She doesn't need the help farming, so I don't know why you'd get it. But that's enough about the Ravenous Hydra. More about this wonky game. Let's see if we can get any more weird item builds. Let's line everyone up compared to their respective person they're facing. There we go. Perfect. So, Xin Zhao actually has a good build. Ooh. He's going big damage, Xin Zhao. This is very risky. That might even be... Could he be building an Infinity Edge with his Bloodthirster? I mean, he's going to do a ton of damage, but he's going to be so squishy. I mean, extremely squishy. I mean, BR servers, man, they have weird item builds compared to what we see. But, I mean, they could work. I mean, it could totally work. Damage Xin Zhao is not bad. He's just not tanky at all. That's his problem. He's going to dive in to try to kill the Twitch, and then he's going to probably get melted by someone like the Vi. And if Leona gets her hands on him, she's just going to stun lock him. And of course we've got Garen here with his Warmogs and another Giant's Belt. Who knows how many Warmogs Garen's going to build? Might even be building a Sunfire Cape. Probably going to be building a Sunfire Cape now that I think about it, but we do still have the Katarina. We still have the Xin Zhao, and those are both going to be big problems for Twitch, but fortunately he has one of the best peelers in the game, and that is Leona. Alistar also a very good peeler. So we're going to see how this goes. And we have just wave clearing heaven from red team. It's really hard to push against this red team, even if they get into a disadvantage. They're in a small gold disadvantage right now. It's going to be so hard to push against them because of their pushing power. So they're going to be able to turtle for quite a while. Looks like we're going to have a bit of an engage down up here in the top. And there's a lot of damage coming down from Twitch right now. But Cameron jumps right on top of him. He is going to be falling in this fight. A lot more blood going down here as well. It looks like blue team is going to be losing this fight still. Garen trying to get the ult down. Doesn't do a lot of damage, however. Blitzcrank going to be going down next to the Vi. Ezreal poking around the corner. He's going to pick up the Morgana. Can he outduel this Vi? The answer to that is no. Vault Breaker's going to whiff. And actually, Ezreal could pick this one up potentially. I think he can do it. I trust in you, Ezreal. You've got this, bro. You've totally got this. Arcane Shift. Go, 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 go. Oh, come on, bro. Commit. Commit. But that was a crazy team fight, guys. It's Directy Camera screwed me over on that one because I expected it to bring me to the team fight instead of me having to go to the team fight. But all in all, neither team really won that team fight. It really pretty much went even. Twitch, Leona, you've got to watch her Twitch. You've got to be prepared for that Katarina to jump on him. If she had stunned that Katarina immediately after she ulted, Twitch would have destroyed her and proceeded to just raffle stomp the rest of that team fight. Katarina did her job well. Leona did not do her job well. Leona can initiate with her ult. That's fine. But she needs to at least save her stun and her exhaust for whoever is jumping onto the Twitch. She needs to keep him alive. That's her one goal this game. Let Morgana do the fall. Just take the initiation. After you ult, let Morgana walk in and finish up the initiation. You need to watch the Twitch. Of course, the Twitch also needs to be watching himself so he doesn't get shumpoed or jumped on by Xin Zhao. But that's what kept blue team from completely losing that team fight. Was the Katarina jumping right on top of the Twitch. Leona did initiate, but she died very fast. Let's take a look at her items. She does have a Shurelya's right now. Good item for her. I like to see a bit more HP. Remember, if you have natural defensive stats like MR and armor, it's more effective to build HP. If you have a bunch of passive health that you get for free from your abilities, build a bunch of resistances to go along with that HP. It's more cost effective to build what you don't have. And right now we are just going to have blue team, I guess, going to start pushing in perhaps. They do feel confident enough maybe, or maybe they'll just keep waltzing through this well-ward. Look at all these blue team wards over here, guys. There's a ton of ward coverage. Like, this entire jungle is lit up. Holy crap. I mean, like, it's bright as day for blue and red. Well, some of this, there's a red team ward. There's a red team ward. There's a red team ward over here. Ward. Ugh, that sounded weird. And so there's a lot of ward coverage coming out from both sides. And it's helping red team from making the mistake of walking into their jungle and getting raffle stomped. So, success for them, I suppose. And right now we are 34 minutes into the game. Another dragon attempt coming out perhaps from blue team. Is red team going to spot this? The answer is no. They don't have any ward coverage. Blue team might actually be coming for the counter gank. Oh no, Xin! You're getting caught out of that position. You popped your ult, but you're already slowed. You are dead for sure. Twitch popping his ultimate to get more damage down. But it's okay. I don't think blue team's going to try to initiate onto this. And the dragon kill is going to go to blue team. So they lost a team member for dragon. You know, that was worth it. As long as they don't lose a follow-up team fight, though. Here comes Morgana getting her ultimate onto 3. It is going to get York. Oh, there's the Katarina jumping right on top of the Twitch. Where's this person to save Twitch? Twitch actually does not die to the Katarina. She's able to come back in. But no, there's another person coming for him. It's Yorick revived. Katarina also still here. And red team trying to retreat from them as Ezreal continues to push down. And Yorick ends up dying with his ghost. And that was a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of blue team. Come on, Leona. You gotta protect your Twitch. And Twitch, you once again burned your ultimate before the team fight. Don't do that, guys, at Twitch. It's not worth the single target damage. Save your ultimate for a team fight so you can get a bunch of damage down and actually be useful. Like, Twitch needs that extra range. If he had had that extra range, he wouldn't have been close enough for Katarina to shampoo. And if Leona had been standing next to her Twitch like she needs to, like, it's fun to see this played into the other team, be like, initiate! But sometimes you need to sit back and be like, my Twitch could use my help. Maybe I should save my abilities to protect him from this mean Katarina. And that's exactly what she should have done. Unfortunately, she did not. And blue team's turret is going to go down. I was a little confused because there's a bunch of blue team members there and the turret exploded. But red team is going to get a turret there. Brings the turret count 4-1 favor of blue team. They do have a nice gold advantage right now, about 4K at 35 minutes in the game. That's not a significant amount at this point in the game. Not at all. So this game's still very even at the moment. And Twitch has 3 major items up now. This is the point where he starts getting a little insane. He's got a lot of crit and a lot of lifesteal. And the other team has got to be worried about what this Twitch can do. It's 11-3, 194 CS. Best farmer in the game. Actually, Ezreal a little bit ahead of him. So Ezreal does have his Trinity Force, Bloodthirster. He might be going for Infinity Edge next. I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot more Infinity Edges in this game than you normally see in NA games, if you ask me. I don't see that many Infinity Edges. And right now, red team just sauntering through the blue team jungle, trying to catch them out of position. Wow, both teams just like, let's stick as a group, guys, and roam the enemy's jungle. And oh my gosh, the warding from both teams is just spectacular as well. Gotta give them props for warding. Gotta give them props for moving as a team, except for the time when a couple have been caught out. But I'm not going to give anyone props for their item builds. Vi, your item build, not good at all. I'm going to have to give it an F for item build. What does your skill build look like? An A for skill build, though. No, not an A for skill build. No A. No, you can also get an F for skill. Yeah, you get like a C for skill build. If you're playing Vi, don't max your W before your Q. Go max E, get W at level 1, max E, max Q, then max W. W is the 1-point wonder of your skill set. You want the cooldown reduction on Q and you want the bonus damage on Q. That's very, very helpful. W is your 1-point wonder. And right now it looks like we are going to have everyone sitting in this bush. Blue team knows red team is there. Does red team know blue team is there? I don't think they spotted them anywhere. They don't have any wards up to have spotted them, but blue team, oh, this is like a 5v3. No, it's a 5v4 almost. So if blue team would actually come in here, they might actually be able to wipe them out without their Vi. But here comes Vi. This is going to mean it's going to be even right now. And oh, Blitzcrank grab, so close. He almost grabbed the tankiest person on red team. Curse or not, I said curse. It has nothing to do with curse. Would that have been a bad or good decision? Probably a good decision, since she would have been so out of position. But who knows? And right now, we are just going to have blue team pushing their lanes. And man, BR games aren't nearly as exciting as NA pro games, if you ask me. Or it might just be the fact that they're both on teams. I mean, if you ask me, solo queue ranked games are much more exciting than team ranked games. That's what I was going for. Mainly because in solo queue games, there's a lot more fighting. In team games, everyone's a lot more serious. It's like, oh, we can't die. We just gotta walk around and ward everything. I like seeing more team fights. Of course, I understand the point of playing it more passively. It's a good strategy to win. It doesn't make it as exciting. But I wanted to bring you guys a game from a different country, and so I am. BR, grab, fail. And she could have put her spell shield up earlier. Will the Morgana will come out. Will catches 2, but she's going to die. No, nice. Zonya is dodging the Ezreal ultimate, and she is going to maybe be able to pick up a kill. Here comes Yorick, raffle stomping that by. And this is going to turn into like a 1v3. No, here comes Twitch now doing a lot of AoE damage. Just a ton right there. The Expunge is going to pick up a kill. Yorick is the only one left. I don't think Yorick can 1v1 this. Twitch actually can he. Garen getting the shutdown onto the Ezreal. And Twitch is getting chased out by this Yorick. Will he be able to pick up the kill? That is the question. No. Yes, he does actually. Very surprising they did there. And that team fight first was going in favor of blue team. Then Twitch came. He's like, pew, pew, pew. Everyone dies. And then Yorick chased out the Twitch. which then it made it so blue team had the advantage. But still, a 2-for-1 trade. Team fight's a little strange to keep track of, but we are having the fact that this Twitch is, if he's allowed to sit there and auto attack, he's going to be doing well. I don't like the fact that York is ulting himself. Ult the Katarina, ult the Ezreal. Come on, York, do not ulti yourself. Do not play York if you are a selfish player, because you need to ult your carries. Ulting yourself is a terrible decision because you're tanky, sure, but you don't do that much damage. And you really want to ult someone who just does a ton of damage. Like the Ezreal, like the Katarina. That's who you want to ulti. And looks like this Katarina is going for a bit more of a tanky utility build with the Leandras, with the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. And I think that's a very smart decision on her part. She does want the extra tankiness this game, especially with the divers from my team. If she gets a Garen on top of her, if she gets a Vi on top of her, she might be in big trouble. So getting a bit more HP is definitely a smart decision. And right now, Frozen Mallet going to go on to Vi. She's certainly building herself tanky. Is this the right decision? I don't know. We're going to see how it works out for her. And 40 minutes into the game, 55k to 51k. Now, but at this point in the game, the goal's not that important. The 80 carries are getting close to full build. Twitch wants to get up his Guardian Angel. Going to be a huge impact on team fights once that gets up, because it's going to be a lot harder to kill him because he's going to have an extra life. And I'd actually almost like to see a Warmogs on Twitch. Ooh, that would be nice. But alas, we will probably not be seeing that. However, here comes another dragon attempt from red team. Will they be able to pick this one up? Blue team is pretty much here and waiting. All they have to do is jump over there. The ult for Ezreal is not going to be able to pick it up. Smite from Vi will do it. Vi, you get an F in item build, a C in skill build, but you do get a nice score in dragon smites. And Vi's going to jump right into a bush and be like, hey, look, this is Xin Zhao. You're going to jump right in the middle of the enemy team. He's going to jump right on top of the switch, not doing a lot of damage. Ults himself again. All of red team is trying to tackle this Yorick, while the rest of their team is just getting beat up completely. Actually, blue team taking a ton of damage. So is red team. Both teams dropping extremely slow to the 80 carries. It's going to be an 80 carry fight at the end of the day. Will it? No, Quadri coming from Ezreal. Pentakill! That was pretty impressive. The fact that all of red team was focusing that Yorick so hard. I mean, they could have ignored him. He doesn't do that much damage, guys. He's Yorick. He has a Warmogs. He has a Manamune. He has an Iceborne Gauntlet. Don't focus him. Even if he's diving your 80 carry, he's not a big damage threat. Focus the Ezreal. That Ezreal was just sitting there auto-attacking, queuing, and he got a pentakill. Props to him. And he's going to be taking an inhibitor right here. Big swing in favor of blue team. Now they have a 6k gold lead. 5.5. Whatever. But that ace is going to mean they're going to probably take another tower after this too. Leona not going to be able to help push back that tower. Don't forget, guys, if you don't have minions near the tower, they get a bunch of armor. And this turret definitely going to be falling. There's a Xin Zhao. Pretty much has the same build as an Ezreal, except for a Trinity Force. He has a Wriggle's Lantern, which Infinity Edge Xin Zhao. Go, 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 go. And that was... Guys, this is the game of the 80 carries. They're the ones carrying the team here. And the fact that the Ezreal was completely uncontested, that was a good job from York. I'm going to have to give him props. He was the one who won that team fight for them, because he was just like, screw it, I'm going to press R on myself and murder everyone. He didn't kill anyone, but he allowed Ezreal to go unfettered throughout that entire team fight, and he pushed the Twitch away. Twitch was running for most of that team fight rather than engaging with his ultimate. And I think that was a mistake for one reason. He didn't have to be scared of the Yorick. What he should have done is he should have just kept auto-attacking the rest of the team, ignored the Yorick who was on top of him, beating his face in. I think that would have been a better option than trying to run away from him. Because, in all honesty, at least he would have contributed damage to that team fight. Even if he would have died a little bit earlier, at least he would have been auto-attacking for part of his life. And instead he got too scared of the tank, in this case Yorick, and through that team fight, I'm going to have to say. Also, there was a lot of weird engagements everywhere. They don't, no team, blue team actually had a really good engagement there. I was watching red teams engage, and they kind of all split up and went their separate ways, and it just turned it into a big mess. So, unfortunately, that's what we kind of got there. And right now, it looks like blue team's just going to keep pushing in. They might be trying to, they have 2 inhibitors down right now. They only have 1 left. It's going to be very hard to defend if you have 2 inhibitors down. Actually, an initiation right onto Garen. They are going to pick him off. Nice job by Blitzcrank holding him down so his team can come and murder him. And that's going to be a turret for blue team. Without the Garen, they don't have a tank. They don't have any way to defend against this. This Garen going full tank. He's got some AD. Oh, nice grab on Vi. She looks dead, doesn't she? Oh, actually, here comes the counter engage. Nice ult-fight. Morgana catching 4. Now only 2. Twitch doing a lot of damage in the back, picking up the Yorick. Double kill for him. Flashes forward, trying to re-engage. He does throw his Venom cast. Will be able to pick up the kill. Here comes Katarina. Will she be able to get the kill on the Twitch? She will not get a kill on anyone. Triple kill Twitch. And this Yorick tried the same strategy again. Unfortunately, his team was not there to back him up, and he ended up losing his life, taking down one of red team. Garen died before that fight. Who am I talking about? 3 kills uncontested for Twitch. They did lose a Nexus turret, which is quite terrible. Like, blue team's still in a highly advantageous position, but giving that Twitch those kills are going to let him build up his last big damage item. What do I want to see on him? Warmogs is even a possibility right now. He already has a lot of damage. Actually, I'd like to see him go Last Whisper. Yorick's got a ton of armor. Ezreal picked up Black Cleaver. Would rather see that be a Last Whisper right now, actually. But Yorick's actually the only one with armor on the other team. I would like to see another damage item. I don't know if Last Whisper is the right choice. It's not a bad choice, but I don't think blue team has enough armor to justify the Last Whisper purchase right now. It depends though what Ezreal decides to pick up next. Not Ezreal, what Twitch decides to pick up next. Hasn't made another purchase yet. Still sitting in base, pondering the item shop and all of its glory. He's gonna go pickaxe. We know his answer already. It's going to be Last Whisper. And I'm really sad that Vi didn't build a Blade of the Ruined King. I was really holding out for that. Instead, she disappointed me and built a Ravenous Hydra, and therefore caused her team to lose because she doesn't have enough damage to nuke down the Ezreal. This is why we build big damage on Vi, because it's so much fun to kill people. Did they just counter ward 2 pink wards? Oh my gosh, Brazil must be a wonderful place. And right, this is the BR server, but of course it could be anyone in South America. I'm of course just stereotyping. And right now, blue team looking to push them. They can they could probably just take Baron. I mean, red team can't leave their base to contest that, especially because if they do, even if they leave their base, contest Baron and win the team fight, they are still going to lose a lot of stuff in their base for it. So I really think blue team is going to give 0 balls and is just going to go straight in for the turret. Nope, this is out cowering his way out of that one. And nice grab of Morgana. She is definitely going to die extremely fast here. And if she had Morgana style reaction time, she would have spell shielded that. Zhonya's hourglass. I mean, that did not need to happen. She had 2 ways to get out of that grab, but she used neither of them, and therefore she died. And right now, Twitch is going to try to use this counter push to his advantage. Can blue team manage to salvage the situation? They're going to lose their last inhibitor, and guys, 90% of games where you lose your last inhibitor, you do lose the game. And Twitch going to get bursted down thanks to a Blitzcrank grab, still winning games. And I think this is it. Blue team going to try to initiate, save their lives, and red team is going to fall one by one to the forces of blue team. I meant to say red team the first time, but I said blue team. Wow, this was a crazy game. I was having a hard time keeping up with these team fights. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Raabemaster bringing you a League of Legends BR shoutcast of the teams. Oh, double explosion. So good. Team crushed beneath the tide against Team Malditos. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Raabemaster, and I will see you guys next time. Also, if you're here for the RP giveaway, don't forget to leave your comment beneath the video here, and I will go through them either Sunday or Monday or whenever I manage to. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.